you smell what the Rock is cooking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel once again. We got another edition of the Quarantine Kitchen today. And today, what I'm going to show you is we're going to make a adobo chicken. I had a huge success making a pernil for Christmas, and I wanted to replicate that same ingredients, that same recipe to make the chicken tonight. And the ingredients that I have here are, we have some salt and pepper. You know, normally we don't measure these things out, but for this purpose I will. So we have a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. We have a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of cumin. Right here I have 5 garlic cloves. I also have an additional 6 that are left over, but those are actually smaller pieces, so it's really 3 cloves cut in half. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those garlic cloves. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And what we're going to do with all of this stuff is we are going to put this in our magic bullet and we're going to blend it up. If you guys have a food processor at home, you can do that. This is going to be the base, the vinaigrette, so to speak, for our chicken. So while I'm going to blend all this stuff up, I'm going to wash the chicken, blend this up. When we come back, we're going to show you what we're going to do with this chicken. All right, thanks a lot, guys, for waiting, even though that was a small little break. We're back with the concoction that I came up with. This is the finished product with the oil, the vinegar, all of the ingredients there. This is the base that we're going to use for our chicken. And as you can see, I got some chicken thighs right here. They were already washed, so don't worry about any germs or anything like that. And please, if you're washing your chicken, do not use Dawn or Gain or any type of dish soap, because that's
come on now, cut it out, quit it.
That's disgusting. Regular cold water will do. If you want to pat it dry with a paper towel, you can do that as well. But since I'm going to be using a wetter base, I didn't bother drying them. So you really want to get into that chicken. So obviously I got some gloves right here because we want to be sanitary. This is the quarantine kitchen and we're not trying to get COVID for anybody. But you want to, rub a good, generous amount on your chicken. And, you're probably looking at this like, ooh, doesn't look so pleasing. But you know what? Some of the best stuff doesn't look pleasing. It's what happens afterwards that will make that difference. So make sure that you use all of your seasoning. And what we're going to do here is we're going to give our chicken a nice little rub. And the reason why I'm using these gloves is, not only just for cleanliness and healthy purposes, but you kind of get a better feeling of the chicken. Everything is going around, you're kind of mixing it in, and you're covering all your bases. You're not missing any parts. It's all soaking in there. So I think you kind of already get the idea of what we're doing with this chicken. I'm going to continue to rub this in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the finishing touches before we put it in the oven. We're back here. We got the chicken all marinated together. All bases are covered. And a little trick that I'm going to show you guys that is going to infuse some more flavor on that chicken is we're going to take these garlic cloves that I mentioned earlier, the 6 garlic cloves, since I have 6 pieces of chicken, and we're going to make a little incision inside of that chicken right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to poke that garlic right inside there, and that baby is going to taste good. I'd like to thank you guys for looking at my first video of making a sofrito, the spice of life, as I call it. I really appreciate the feedback, the comments from what I've received, and it's only fueling me to do more of these videos, and I really appreciate it. If there's a specific recipe that you guys want to see, if it's something that I know how to do, or even something that I don't know how to do. I don't mind looking it up and cooking. You know, I'm doing this for me particularly because, like I said, it gives me my escape. I love cooking, but if I can help somebody out there that may not know how to cook, or someone that may need some pointers, if that's what I'm here for, that would mean a lot to me too. I would be grateful for that. And you probably wonder why I have this adobo here on the side. I did not mention it as part of the ingredients when I was mixing everything, because the adobo is going to go on last. The adobo will soak up the moisture of the chicken, which will give you that crispiness. So we definitely do not measure out the adobo. Kind of go with the flow of how you're going to mix that chicken and go with the taste. And of course, make sure that you're getting both sides, because you're not just eating the top, you're eating the whole chicken, right? At least I would hope you're eating the whole chicken. So make sure that you don't have to be too generous, because we did have some salt in there, and obviously adobo is salty. But, you know, put enough where you're going to get that taste. As you notice, I don't have sazon in this mixture. I've tried to stay away from sazon. Sazon has MSG in it. I know I use salt and all that, but you know, the sazon gives it a little more color. But I save that for like arroz con gandules, anything that you're gonna need that red flavoring. So we're gonna take the chicken here now that we're done. I added some pimentos here. You know, I put 6 pieces here. So what I'm gonna do is drop the chicken on each pimento pepper. And I think that the peppers will give it more of a flavor, and it's definitely going to be good putting those peppers in the oven. So what we're going to do here, I have the oven preheated to 375. We're going to pop it in the oven for about 45 minutes, and we're going to check the doneness on there. If you want to have a chicken that's well cooked, it should be at 165 degrees, because you don't want salmonella. But after 45 minutes, we're going to check on this chicken. We're going to see how we are. Depending on the crispiness of it, sometimes it's good enough. It should be fine. If not, I like to put it on a little bit of a broil to get just a little bit of that crispiness on the skin. Also, some cooking spray on the aluminum foil. That'll also kind of give it that crispiness too. So when we come back, we're going to see the finished product. Right, and thanks to the magic of video editing, 45 minutes has passed by, and we have our wonderful chicken that just came back out of the oven. I did put it in the broiler for about a minute, just so it got that crispiness. If you could just come over here a little bit closer, and we can see what we got here. Some crispiness on that chicken. Looks pretty good. And of course, the only thing that we have next to test out is how it tastes. You know, you can mix this with whatever you want. If you got some mashed potatoes, you got some rice and beans. I actually made some arroz con salchichas with some corn inside. That would be a video for a different day that we're gonna put with this chicken, but let's try it out. That's some good chicken. If you try this recipe out, let me know. You got the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to my channel. And of course, give my son, Soluble Parrot 31, a nice little subscribe as well. He would really appreciate that if you go to his channel too. You can see his little Minecraft videos and all that. And I'll see you guys on the next installment of the Quarantine Kitchen. Thanks a lot.